Hello everyone, LJ Young. I'm back again with a wealth of debt-free knowledge. Let me set this up real quick to get my live session here just to make sure I can see you guys if you guys decide to text me during this session. Right. All right, today's video, it's more for the younger generation, like kids coming out of college, 29-ish, that whole 20s age, right? Now, don't get me wrong, you guys can get out there and have fun, but if you take what I'm telling you if you take what I'm telling you today, everybody will think you're rich. And all you're doing is using 5th grade math. I kid you not. All right. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. So today's video, all you got to do is be better than the average. If you got a job and be better than the average, and when I say the average makes up millions of people. So whenever you hear like the average cell phone bill, the average car note, the average student loan monthly payments. These are monthly payments I'm talking about. The average, they're talking about, they take the majority of the people, which adds up to millions of people, the average. And all you got to do is be better than the average. And I'm going to tell you, and what that's called is phantom income. All right. So let me first introduce myself because I already skipped over that part. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become debt-free by helping them financially see. You can't see when you're trapped in the debt matrix. For the first 40 years of my life, I was trapped in what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a box where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt, and they can't be anything, or they're nobody without credit. And they believe they need it. They can't buy a car, they can't buy a house, they can't buy a cell phone, they can't buy an Xbox, they can't buy a PlayStation without pulling out the old credit. And credit cards are the same thing. That's just, you just have a loan. You just have a loan in your pocket. All right. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, man? Yeah, you're right. No, I ain't never going back to the Matrix, okay? I just took a little bit of break. I'm down in South Carolina now, so I just kind of taking a step back, kind of just revamp of, I want to reach out to more people your age, catch them right there where they think 29 going on to 30, they're adult now and they're supposed to be a certain way. They're supposed to have a house with a white picket fence, blah, blah, blah. And those are the things exactly what I thought when I was that age, but that's just what the average believes, okay? And I want to bring you out of the debt matrix. And what I was saying, for the first 40 years of my life, I was trapped in the debt matrix. Making over $100,000 a year, still living paycheck to paycheck, but could not put my finger on it to see what it was. I could not figure it out. Because you know why? I was just like everybody else. Car payments, student loan payments. I thought that was just the way it is. It's not. All right. So this is for that group. If I can catch somebody straight out of college, and the college part wasn't my intention for this video, but I just want to catch you right 18 to just before 30. Okay. All right. What true wealth is, I want you to understand what true wealth is. It is owning the time in your life. It's not money. It's owning the time in your life. The more you sell, the less you own. All right? The more of your time you sell for minimum wage, for the latest wage in your area, the less you own. The more you own, you have more creative time to create your own business, your own fantasy, your own whatever that you want your life to be. I'm telling you, that's the way it is. I've been living like that for the last 3 years, and I've never been more free in my life. What I'm about to tell you, you must be 100% debt free to do what I'm going to tell you to do, what I'm going to suggest you do. There's nothing like this freedom. I can't even explain it. There's nothing like it. All right. Let's see. On top of having a job, okay, and debt free, I'm going to show you how you can just be better than the average. This is what I call phantom income. All right. And you cannot create phantom income unless you're 100% debt free. You will not see what I'm about to tell you unless you're 100% debt free. This is where I come in. I create plans for people to become debt free. Yes, it's going to be hard, but let me tell you how rare this is, okay? I am 100% debt free. I owe nobody on earth a dime. Now, I'm not talking about the things that keep you alive, okay? I'm not talking about electricity, a roof over your head, food, water. Those are things that you will die without. I'm not talking about that. You won't die without a cell phone. You won't die without a car note. You won't die without student loans, okay? Those are things that you want, not the things that keep you alive, okay? Oh yeah, no problem, man. Hey, when you're ready, all right. When you're ready, I don't pressure anybody. When you're ready to give it to me, you ready. That's when you're ready. Okay, that's no problem. No problem. It's totally up to you. All right. So I'm gonna give you a few examples of what I mean by phantom income. Now this is on. You must be debt free, and this is with a job. Okay. All right. So for example, I'm gonna use myself as a personal example. Okay. The average cell phone bill is $150 a month. Now, millions of people have an average of $150 a month cell phone bill, okay? That is $1,800 a year, plus taxes and fees and all that other stuff, right? My cell phone bill is $30 a month, okay? That's $360 a year. Okay, the difference between the two is $1,440. All right, so what that means is this: I make $1,440 more per year than the average. That's money. Money saved is money in my pocket. Most people should be watching this live rather than getting. You know that's not going to happen. Okay, they're not going to. How much money people are spending on the Super Bowl, that has nothing to do with them. Whatever. NFL, they're raking in the money. Okay, I get it. I'm not an NFL hater. I just wish I was part of it. That's all. Because that's endless money. But back to what I was saying. $1,440 per year more I make a month than the average. But you cannot see that unless you're debt free. Okay? All right. All you got to do is trust math. If you believe your math, you'll be rich. You'll be better than the average. People will believe you're rich. And you're just using fifth grade math. All right. So for those of you that kind of hear this thing called being in the black, being in the red, I'm going to give you an example of what that means, okay? So say like this line represents $0 right here, right? Now, being in the red, so say like you have a $5,000 credit card that you owe $5,000. You're $5,000 in the red, $5,000 below zero. If you had $10,000 in the bank, or let's stick with 5,000. But if you have $5,000 in the bank and you didn't owe any credit cards, you're $5,000 in the black. Black is above zero, below zero is in the red. Okay, you follow me? All right, cool. All right, so. I'm gonna keep it simple so you can kind of get an idea. So here's another real quick example. For say like you had $10,000 in the bank, right? But you got $5,000 in credit card debt. You're still in the black because you're $5,000 in the black, $10,000 in the bank, $5,000 in the red. But you're really still in the black because you're plus $5,000. You really don't have $10,000 in the bank if you have $5,000 in credit card debt. It just looks like that because you can physically go to the bank and say, give me $10,000. But in real life, according to math, you really only have $5,000. You're $5,000 in the black. Now, if you didn't have anything saved and you were just $5,000 worth of credit card debt, you're $5,000 in the red. Got it? All right. Here's another example of being being better than the average. All you got to do is be better than average, have a job, no debt. All right. So say like the average student loan payment is $400 a month. Okay, that's $4,800 a year. Now say like you pay your student loan off, you will now have an average of you'll be at $4,800 a year ahead of the average. The average are millions of people. If they're paying $4,800 a year and you're not, you're making $4,800 a year more than the average. But you only can see this if you're debt free. If you're not debt free, you can't get phantom income. Okay? One more example, car note. The average car note is $500 a month. That's $6,000 a year. If you have a car with no car note, you're making $6,000 a year more than the average. And the $6,000 you save a year is money in your pocket. People will think you're rich because you're not spending $6,000 a year. They are, you're not. They might talk about your old car, ignore them. They live in a debt matrix. People in the debt matrix like to talk about people that are not living in the debt matrix. They talk about you because they don't know. They have no clue because the debt matrix keeps them trapped. They're trapped in this box. They can't get out. They believe that's just the way it is. Everybody has car notes. Everybody has student loans. Everybody. And when you hear them say everybody, everybody means literally everybody in the world, everybody in the United States. And right there should tell you that's not true. I'm 100% debt free. Ask 10, 20, 30 of your friends, are they debt free? Half of them will know, half of them will lie, and half of them will say that's impossible. And then you come back to this video and say, that's not true, he's debt free. All right? Okay. I'm going to give you one more example so you kind of get an idea of, again, if I can get you guys at a young age, it's going to change your life forever. It's going to change your life forever. Yeah, you're going to be an alien like me, okay? People really don't like what I'm saying, but when they do that, I say, I didn't make up math. I did not invent math. Math was here before I was born, and it will be here when I'm dead. It's not going anywhere. All right? Now, you always hear J-O-B, just over broke. That's what a job is, just over broke, right? And I'm going to give you a clear example. People in the debt matrix is over. Being, you know what? Once you get used to it, first you got to get used to just being quiet. You got to be quiet. You can't say anything. You got to just listen. Listen what they say. And if they just believe they need credit, believe they need to be in debt, you just gotta let them. I mean, people call themselves homeowners all day, every day, and they have a mortgage. You can't walk up to them and say, "Hey, according to math, you're not a homeowner. You're a loan owner. Okay, you own a 30-year loan. You don't own that home. The bank owns that home because you walked up to the house and said, I don't have the cash for this home. I better go to the bank and see if the bank will lend me money to buy this home because what? You don't have the money, right? It's that simple, right? The bank says, sure, you can borrow our money, but we're going to hold the title of that house until you pay us back. So we're the legal owners of that house as long as you make mortgage payments to us. Everybody logically knows this, but yet they keep walking around calling themselves homeowners. I always give this example. If you had a rental home and the person renting that home from you was telling all their friends and family that they owned the home that you really did own, would you care? As long as they were making that monthly payment to you, you wouldn't care what they told their friends and their family. It didn't even matter. It doesn't matter. That's the same way the bank feels. It doesn't matter if they call themselves a homeowner, as long as they're making that monthly payment on time. I get it. Totally get it. Totally get it. All right, so here's the example of just over broke. Now, I know people hear this all the time. Young people, pay attention. This is what it really is. Because a job, it masks. your debt. It makes you feel like you're doing something when you're really not. You're not really moving financially ahead. You're not. Don't listen to me. Just listen to math. Trust your calculator. Trust. Just put those numbers in. Here's the master mathematical formula that you need to apply to your finances. Savings minus debt equals the money you have in real life. Period. Period. All right, back to the JLB. Now, I want you to imagine you're in a little tiny boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay? Now the boat represents your job. Now you're inside this boat, in this tiny boat, and the Atlantic Ocean represents all the debt you have. Now you're inside this boat. As long as you have this job, you're floating. Just over broke, okay? You're floating right in this tiny boat. You lose your job, guess what? You drown in this sea of debt. That's what just over broke really, really means in real life, according to math. You know that feeling when you're watching TV and you hear about the homeless people, or you see the homeless people on the street begging for money, and a quick thought in your head, you're like, man, if I lost my job, I'd be a month or two away from that. That's real. That's what it's trying to tell you. That it's trying to tell you that's how close you are to being in that same situation. Don't believe everybody that you see that's homeless, they're on the streets because of drugs, and they're in jail, and they made bad decisions, and they're all felons. Don't believe that nonsense. Don't you believe that? I know the news makes you try to believe that, but if you don't believe there's college educated people out there that are homeless, you don't do that to yourself. That's not true. Bad financial decisions also contribute to that. If you stay in the debt matrix all the way to the 50s and 60s and 70s, and then you find, I'd be scared. If I woke up at 60 or 70 from the debt matrix, I would be so upset at myself. I would be so mad. It's only 5th grade math. That job of yours is keeping you floating on debt. It's just keeping you floating. And you say like you get laid off and you're rushing out there to try to get another job, right? I want you to notice yourself doing that. Why are you in such a rush to get another job? 1 month is going to break you. This recent government shutdown, right? This should give you a prime example of how many people are barely making it. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They shut down the government for 1 month. People getting on the news talking about they're losing their houses, cars, this and that, blah, blah. 1 month? 1 month. That should be enough to scare the mess out of you. But I guarantee you it's not. I guarantee you it's not. It's real. It's real, man. It's real. All you got to do is just pay attention. All you got to do is open your eyes. Just pay attention. Every time you hear them say the average person's about to lose their home. The average person's that's a sign. Time for you to be above average. And just being above average with a job, oh man, you will be killing it. You would have phantom income and your regular income. Phantom income, again, you cannot see phantom income if you're in debt. You have no idea. I had no idea phantom income even existed. Let me give you another example of phantom income. Say like you make $100,000 a year, okay? And you always hear, I remember always hearing this statement. Ooh, the more you make, the more they take. Oh, the rich, they don't hardly pay any taxes. You got to stop and think to yourself, wait a minute. Everybody pays taxes. If the rich didn't pay taxes, they would go to prison. That's illegal, right? Don't just hop on the bandwagon with everybody else mad at the rich. Be rich. Once you are rich, you won't be mad at the rich because why? They understand how money works. They understand how it works. They do pay taxes, but they don't pay taxes the same way you pay taxes. They pay less in taxes. Why? Because they understand money. They understand in order for you to be rich, you can't be in debt. Who says this? Math says this. Not me, not the rich people. Math says You cannot be rich if you're in debt. If you owe $100,000 in student loan debt, you're never going to be rich unless you pay that off, because you're going to be in a negative $100,000. But back to what I was saying. For example, when I made $160,000 a year. Now, I know most of you probably hearing that and be like, God damn, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. No, it's not. Minus the IRS, it's not. It's not. Anyway, the last couple of years at my job, when I started to understand this, I noticed when for example, I was sitting around 85-ish, and then I remember I got a raise, and I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to see that first check at 100,000," because I got a raise to 100,000. I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to see it." And then when I got it, it was less than when I was making 85. I was like, "What the hell? How am I getting less on my check when I got a raise?" Because I went up a tax bracket. I didn't really pay attention to that stuff, right? Now what I did, once I became debt-free, I look for example, 401ks. Those are tax savings now, okay? So what I did was maxed out my 401k, $19,000, right? No, that's just this year. So 18.5 back then, 18,500. Now I know most of you think, man, I can't afford to put $18,500 in my 401k retirement. You know why? Because you're in debt. You can't afford to. That's how the system works. If you don't know that, that's your problem. Well, anyway, I put 18.5 for 1 year. Per year, you can max out your 401k at 18,500. Now it's up to 19,000. 2019, it's 19,000. You take that. Now, if I was in debt, I couldn't afford to do that, right? So I would pay a high tax bracket. Though I made more money, I'd be paying more in taxes. But now that I'm debt free, I maxed out my 401k. I take out 18.5 out of my total income, which drops me down in a tax bracket. So I pay less in taxes, and I got money in retirement. Instead of when I was in debt, I couldn't afford to put nothing in retirement, so I paid in taxes. Taxes is gone. That money's gone forever. It's gone. Poof, poof. You might as well throw that money in the air and go. Or no, a flamethrower. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. But when you're debt free, you can do that because you got the money to do it, and you save in taxes. That's phantom income. Money in retirement, lower in taxes. So if I pay lower in taxes than the average, that's income in my pocket. That's money in my pocket. Phantom income. Who says it? Math says it. Math says it to be true. I've been out here 3 years without a traditional job. I've never been more free in my life. In my life. And what's so funny about this? Like I stated earlier, ask 10, 20, 30 of your friends, are they debt free? This will show you how rare this is, that this information that I'm sharing with you. This is how rare it is. You got to start doing due diligence on the loans. Exactly. And I keep telling you, it's only 5th grade math. And I know you're on the right track. I know you're on the right track, but it's just, it's kind of frustrating being outside of the debt matrix because you're not used to it, and people believe you're rich because they don't understand it. But when you try to tell them, hey, if you just do this, they're like, whatever. I ain't trying to hear none of that. No, whatever. That's not what my parents told me. That's not. This is. I'm gonna do one more for the college people, the college kids that are coming out of. I'm gonna give you the secret. I'm gonna give you the secret to start right now, and you could be rich, have money by the time you're 30. It'll change your life. All right. This is the plan. You graduate college with that first before you go to college, and still get student loans. I don't care. Get student loans, but only use them on school. Don't buy tires, stereo systems, loan some to your friends. You got to stop and think, why is this money so easy to get at such a young age? Because you don't know. You don't know. But anyway, graduate college, land that good job. Graduate college, go back home. Don't do like your friends that's so anxious to get on their own with student loans. Don't do that. Go back home, land that good job, pay your parents rent. Don't have them ask, set that up into your bank account, make it automatic. Don't let them have to ask for that money at all. Make it automatic. Boom, boom. Pay them rent. Okay? Because it's going to be cheaper than before you go out in the real world, right? Take the rest of your income, pay that student loan off. And if you don't believe me, ask somebody 10, 20, 30 years older than you. Walk up to them and say, hey man, you still got your student loan? You still got your student loan? Check how many say yes. I guarantee you some people, oh yeah, I'm in that student loan forgiveness program. You don't ever want to do that stupid nonsense. You'll be in that program 10 to 25 years. And you got to follow the rules all those years. If you mess up once in those rules, they can just kick you out of the program and you got to start all over. Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't do that. Pay that student loan off right there, because the average student loan is like $38,000 a year, right? If you pay yours off, you'll be $38,000 financially ahead of millions. There's 44 million people with student loans. You pay yours off, you will be financially ahead of 44 million people. And as soon as you get out, don't jump straight into a house. Don't do like the other people. Don't like your friends. Oh, we gotta hurry up and do this. We're getting old. That math doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care how you look. It doesn't care if you had a bad day. Math is straight to the point. It doesn't equal this. Then if it doesn't equal that, you're in the red. Too bad you're broke. Don't do that. That's only people in the debt matrix think like that. They believe they're homeowners, not even having an idea of what even type of mortgage they have. How much did you put down? What type of mortgage? Oh no, this is a special first-time home buyers program. First-time home buyer program are for people that don't know how to buy a house. First time home. That means absolutely nothing. Math doesn't care if you're a first-time home buyer. It doesn't say, okay, the math comes up different just because you're a first-time home buyer. That's not true. Don't do any of that nonsense. That's nonsense. Pay off your student loan. Make sure when you leave home, you are in the black. You have zero debt. You have absolute zero debt, and you will be financially ahead of millions. I swear to you. I promise you. Forget your friends talking about, oh, you still live at home with your mom and daddy. You go, I sure am. I sure am. You still driving that old car? I sure do. You mean that payment-free one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, I still drive that one. Remember, those people that have car loans, even their insurance is dictated by the bank. The bank says, hey, if we loan you money for this car, you're going to have this kind of insurance. Slave. Oh yeah, you're a slave to the bank. I want you to understand that. You ain't free. You're a slave. You got to go by the rules. You move, you got to let the bank know. That insurance drops, the banks will contact you and say, hey man, hey slave, you better get insurance on our car. That's we're gonna charge you for it. And if you don't make the payments, guess what? Slave, we're gonna pick up our car. It's just that simple. Don't be offended by it. That's what math says. You will be payment free with your older car. Put your own insurance on it the way you want it on there. Your money's gonna stack so fast, and you'll be only in your 20s, early 30s. If I could go back, I'm getting mad just thinking about it. If I could go back and just not listen to the people in the freaking debt matrix. If you just don't care what other people in the debt matrix believe, what they think. They're financing cell phones. If you thought a car drops in value, can you imagine the speed at which a financed cell phone drops? Man, anyway. See how I go off on a tangent? I'll be, Anyway, I hope this helped most of you guys. Ulysses, I know you out there, man. I know you following. Hey, man, get me your credit information. I'm sure you're not bad at all, but I want you to know, people that manage money well, they know what's on their credit report. They know. Me, I know exactly what's on my credit report. One credit card. One. Just one. And the rest, and since I have that credit card, my credit report's all frozen. So just in case somebody tries to identity theft and all this stuff, they try to run some credit report, it's just going to say stopped. Why? Because it's frozen. I don't need it. I have my one credit card. I use that everywhere. I don't need it. I don't apply for credit. I don't need it. I'm not applying for car loans and this and that loans. I'm not applying for none of that. It's frozen. So just in case identity theft, they're just going to, I'm gonna open a credit card and say, no, you're not. It's frozen. A lot of stuff you can just, what you don't realize, and this is for the people, more older people that have been in the game and are trying to figure out how to get out of it, I guess. You have to face it. The hardest part is adding up your total debt. This is what I do for you. All three credit reports, I put them together. I add up their total debt so they can see that number. Some people are afraid to see that number. I always do this. Let's just add it up so you can see it. Go to work, go throughout your day, do everything you need to do. Because once you see that number, you're not going to forget it. You're not. It's not going to go anywhere. You're going to be like, damn, I owe that much money? Oh my God. That's okay. Because half the people, the 44 million people, probably have no clue of how much debt they're in. Yet they're shopping, they're going Christmas shopping. Every holiday, they have big this, they have big that, nice car, and this and that. It doesn't matter if they know or not. Math doesn't care how they feel. Math doesn't care if Christmas is coming. Math doesn't care about vacation. Math doesn't care about Valentine's Day. Math doesn't care about Easter. Math does not care. It has feelingless. This is exactly how the banks think. There's no feelings involved in money. Math and money go hand in hand. So if you're ever around your money, signing up for something, never say you're not good at math. Because you're saying, I don't manage my money well. Because they go together. You have to understand math. It's only 5th grade math. Not all these calculations, like when you see stock markets, and you see all these numbers flying across, and you see all this computerized digit screen, that means absolutely nothing. If you're in the financial red, don't even worry about that stupid nonsense. It's nonsense. You only need to worry about it. Half the people telling you are probably in debt themselves. If they know it or not, not saying that they're not good at manipulating or understanding the stock market. One has nothing to do with the other. Okay, don't mix those two. A person making money and keeping money is two different things. And all you got to do is, if somebody's trying to financially give you guidance or trying to tell you about money, all you got to do is this. This will answer the questions to let you know if they're full of crap or not. Ask to see their personal credit report. And those fakers out there, they might even hear this video. This is how powerful this is, okay? They might even hear this video. People that are conning people or pretending, because if you're in debt, all you can go by is people's stuff. If they have a nice house, if they have a nice car, if they have a Jaguar, if they have a nice suit, you can say, you naturally believe, oh, they must got money. Look at them. Look at their stuff, right? But all you have to do is look at their personal credit report. And even if those people are watching this video, there's nothing they can do about it, because they don't even understand why. If you ask them and say, hey, can I see your personal credit report? They'll say, why are you asking that? That's a dead giveaway. If you ask them and they respond like that, they don't know. If somebody asks me, I would know exactly why they're asking that question. It's no different when you go fill out a credit app. Why do you think all businesses ask to see your credit report? They don't care if you walk into business with a nice suit on. You think about it this way. When you go fill out a credit app, go wear a nice suit, roll up in your Mercedes, nice shoes, and see, when you go fill out that credit app, see if they look you up and down and say, oh, excuse me, sir, we can just skip the credit app because of the way you look. They don't care how you look, because they understand that means absolutely nothing. Nothing. Ask to see their personal credit report, and it will tell you everything. Every single thing you need to know. Everything. I post mine. Go to Facebook, facebook.com/DebtAintMyDaddy. One word. I post my credit report up there almost every month, every 2 months. I just want you guys to see it. I don't personally care. I just show it to you. People always ask me what my credit score is. I'd be like, I don't know. You want me to go look? I don't care. You should see the look on their faces when they stare at me. They're like, oh my God, you don't care what your credit score is? I'm like, no. You want me to go look? Okay, come on, let's go look. There it is. Oh, wow, it went up. All right. If this helped, please share. If you like this, please share. I'm trying to get. I love talking about it. I do help. I have clients, but you got to be at a certain point in your life tired of living paycheck to paycheck, not getting financially ahead. Because if you don't know, let me tell you something, okay? What you don't see. If you don't know how much debt you're in, you're not making financial progress. I know it feels like that because you got a house, you got a car, you got the latest cell phone, you got the nice clothes. It just seems like that. But you're not getting financially ahead. If you're in the red, you're not getting financially ahead. You're not, I promise you. You're just coasting. Till one day, job loss, divorce, break a leg, and then reality kicks in and you'll realize you own nothing. If you want to talk to me, reach out to me at DebtAintMyDaddy.com. $99, I will change your life. For $99, I will change your life. And I guarantee you follow what I'm telling you, you follow the program, you will come back, you will see your freedom, you will come back to me and say, Linnell, I'd have paid you 10 times that price. 10 times. I know I would have. This type of freedom, oh man. Because what you guys don't see, and I'm going to end this video because I'm already almost 40 minutes in. What you don't see is this. Damn, I always lose it when I get ready to say it too. Oh, this. Like, the debt matrix is a lot of noise, okay? And what you don't realize, this is what you don't realize because you're so used to it. Think of all the due dates you have to keep track of. Cable bill, light bill, credit card, car note, department stores, all these. That's all noise. When you're debt free, that doesn't exist. It's totally quiet. You don't hear. You don't have to keep track of any of that because it doesn't exist. You're not scared to go to the mailbox. Freddy Krueger doesn't really live in your mailbox. I promise you, he really doesn't live there. When I go to the mailbox, I know it's junk mail. You know what I do? Because I get tired of seeing junk mail. I'll take a prepaid envelope. I'll take all the junk mail I get, stuff it heavy in that envelope, and mail it back because I want them to stop even sending me that. I don't want to see that. Stuff and make it real heavy, send it back. It stops because I don't want it. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Like I said, you guys can reach me if you're ready to make an appointment. $99, I'll change your life. My man Ulysses, we do podcasts. Check out his podcast. I will send, hey Ulysses, send me your link to your podcast so I can post